Hey, it's Angry Weave, and we back with another one. And today we're going to be discussing why Goku is unable to transcend time and space. It's crazy. Just to kind of drift off into just a different topic before we start into today's power scaling video. It's crazy. I was on Twitter the other day, and I read a tweet from Seth the Program talking about how he made thousands talking about cartoons. And he got me thinking, do these YouTube scalers just say what people want for views and money? Or do they actually care about actual objective power scaling? Like, I I didn't realize, and actually he's I'm not gonna say that he's specifically telling some of these guys to, scale Goku and calc stack him to massive levels of multiversal and fifth dimension and all this. Just loads of just calc stacking and just BS. I don't, but he definitely helped because I promise you guys, man, like, with him saying that makes me realize none of these YouTube scalers are actually objectively power scaling. If he's the most famous YouTube scaler, how is he objectively power scaling Goku? And is he doing it for the money? When he says that, like, does he mean that I love Goku so much that I made money off of maybe my love of Goku? But at the same time, it's almost like, dude, power scale is supposed to be objective. I don't do this for the money. I do this because I actually enjoy power scaling. Like, I actually like taking my time out talking to you guys. Like, actually diving into characters. You guys talking about characters on there, debating other people, about certain characters. I actually enjoy this. I don't do it for the money. I'm not looking for money. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy watching certain animes, certain cartoons, getting this hurt. One guy, one commented, one subscriber gave me a manga, with Akuma, and Goken, basically reused master, and that manga I actually read through the entire manga. That shit was tight, man. I appreciate that, man, and stuff like that. So I'm also grabbing things from you guys as I'm on my journey of power scaling as well. But I just feel like the misscaling is just so rampant, and that it's led on by, like, kind of this type of way of thinking where we're just going to go with the popular opinion. We're not going to go with the objective and the true opinion. But I digress. So today we're going to discuss why Goku is unable to transcend time and space. It's been a minute since I did one of these videos, but every once in a while I have to make sure the discipline of power scaling is not trampled on by Goku fans who have no clue how to scale. They just want their favorite character to be stronger or beyond the cosmology of all the other verses. First, Goku is unable to transcend time and space, and is evident in the Dragon Ball Super manga and anime. For example, in the Dragon Ball Super Chapter 26, there are two instances that prove Goku is neither beyond space nor time. In Chapter 26 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, Goku and Vegeta are pondering whether they should make their last stand and destroy parallel world of Trunks due to Zamasu having the ability to travel in the past and destroy other parallel worlds. Understand, power scalers, that a character who is beyond time and space would not need to run when the king of all decided to destroy the world, or the parallel world that Trunks and Zamasu resided in. Notice two things. One, Goku never instant transmission to a different world or timeline. Now, there is a reason for that. Understanding that Zeno was doing more than just destroying that parallel world, he was also destroying the flow of time itself inside of that world, as nothing existed except Zeno in that parallel world. First, if Goku can transcend time, he would not have needed to run back to Trunks' time skip ship. I mean, he would have been a transmission out of there because he's beyond time. He's beyond that timeline. He should be able to In fact, if Goku was beyond time, I don't know if you guys saw my last video where I displayed the Flash. Goku would have been able to do that similar to of some sort, if not being able to transmission himself to a different timeline. Either he can go back in time and reverse time, or he can travel to a different universe using his own power through transmission. But he didn't do either. So you have to understand that Goku is not beyond time. There's no way he's beyond time. You know, again, and then understanding that if he was truly beyond time, he would not have needed to use Trunks' time skip ship. The reason Goku used the time skip ship is because he was in fear of his life. Because Goku would have ceased to exist within that timeline and his own as well if he were to get caught in Zeno's basically destroying the parallel universe. Thus proving it is possible for Goku to not be beyond time. Or there's so much evidence proving Goku is beyond time and space. All a veteran scaler has to do is analyze Goku objectively. This also goes back to the reason that Goku is not multiversal. His limit of only being able to instant transmission to dimensions only in Universe 7 makes it hard for a seasoned scaler to come to the conclusion that Goku is multiversal, as he's unable to instant transmission away from Zeno's universe-busting power. If you will notice, Goku needed to depend on Trunks and his time machine to escape and even go back to get Zeno after he had destroyed that world into nothing. The only thing that was left was Zeno. I even have comments on my channel trying to use this chapter as a reason Goku is beyond time and space. Like, how? To those commenters who believe that I don't read the manga, first, the only reason I haven't referenced the manga is to give the amateur scalers who continuously calscat Goku a break from my master power scaling lessons. But it seems once again I must scale Goku properly for it to sink into some of you amateur power scalers. I'm not talking to any of you veterans who are on my subscriber list. First, for those that believe that Goku is beyond space, all you have to do is look no further than the chapter of Dragon Ball Super. If Goku was beyond space, he would be able to survive in the vacuum of space like Whis, the king above all. Now I know what you're thinking. You know, like Whis and the king above all. Now I know what you're thinking. How is Goku being able to breathe in space correlate to him not being a transcendent being? Well, being that is beyond space doesn't need oxygen to breathe because their existence is hunkered down in a different space, in a different spatial property, not of the third or fourth dimension. Since Goku and Vegeta are humanoids, they're still bound by the properties and laws of this dimension. They cannot join in this fight with Moro and the King of All when they went to the moon. If you look in this chapter, King of All and Moro went to the moon to fight. The reason Goku was not able to is because he's not beyond space or time. The reason the King of All was able to go is because his physiology is not humanoid. Neither is Moro. So you have to understand that unless your physiology is not of humanoid descent, you wouldn't be able to fight in space. Now, you can be a humanoid or a human, and if you have spatial control, and there are certain characters, such as, even the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards' wife, she has spatial manipulation. She would be able to go there and actually fight in space. They could not join in this fight with Moro. Now that's not to say that every character in fiction that can breathe in space is beyond space. Like I said. For example, another good example, the Hulk doesn't perish in space and it's due to his super high-speed regeneration abilities. His lungs just continuously regenerate as they collapse in space. I have to bring this up because if Goku was beyond space, again, he would be able to fight in space in the chapter. Mirrors put on his spacesuit, but that is only to hide that he's an angel. I believe Mirrors more than likely probably also could have fought with Moro and the King of All. Mirrors could have easily followed Moro and the Lord of Lords into space, thus proving Goku is not beyond space. It's almost laughable how amateur power scalers and many YouTube scalers become biased and dishonest when referencing their favorite characters or characters. Understanding a character's limitations within the said verse is the key to being a great power scaler. You know, Goku is a character who he's very powerful, but we still have to be objective in regards to who he is. He's a humanoid. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying, hey, he's my favorite, he was my childhood. Listen, I was there. I was born in 1994. Listen, guys, I was there when anime and manga, you had to find, you couldn't even find all the episodes. You have to go from website to website to look for anime. Okay, you had to go to website to website to look for manga. This was a time when RuneScape was like at its peak. I was playing RuneScape. Listen, I was there, guys. I saw Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was amazing. I love Goku. But to be an objective power scaler, you have to understand that the new generation of manga and the new generation of anime characters have gradually surpassed him. You know, soon after Dragon Ball Z, you know, Ichigo kind of took the scene. You know, there's a lot of characters who are now becoming more powerful, and they are reaching Goku's level and beyond. You have to also understand that, guys, and we have to be objective with the power scaling. I can't say this enough. Let's be objective with the power scaling. Stay tuned for my next video, and don't worry, if you enjoy my Goku and Dragon Ball scaling videos, please hit that subscribe and like button. There will definitely be more. I also do other scaling videos, so there'll be more of those too. I'm going to try to actually put them in a playlist and have them a little bit organized for you guys. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all my subscribers. And this is Angry Weeb, and I'm out. Peace.